Hi guys, and welcome to La Lucha is Real podcast. I'm your host, Angel.
And I'm Edith, back again with the same outfits as last week.
We are pre-recording this episode just because Edith is going to be out of town making... What are you making? You're celebrating your sister.
I'm yeehaw.
You're yeehawing.
Yeehawing. I should be coming back already, or if not already back.
Yeah.
By this episode.
Yes, exactly. But just because of scheduling, we are pre-recording, so we will not be discussing any like current event topics, even though we didn't discuss any for last week either.
Hey, but that was a good episode. If you guys haven't tuned in, make sure to tune in.
But fair warning, you might cry.
A lot.
Dang, we should have gave that warning.
I know. We should have.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we don't have much planned for this episode, but we still wanted to give you an episode. There's a few. I think we have a few questions because I have a few questions that I want to ask Edith just to get her mindset on, and then we'll probably just do some chisme.
Exactly. Okay, sounds good.
You have questions too, though, right?
Yes, I do have questions, bro. I don't know why in my head something's in my mind though that I was gonna mention last episode. Well, not really gonna mention it, but like it was a topic for last episode. I just wanted to bring it up because I was like, oh, I want to see your reaction to it. But obviously last episode we were talking about mental health, and I couldn't talk about this because it was so inappropriate. But I was scrolling through TikTok, just minding my business, and I find out that you know who Nick Cannon is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The one that has like 20 something baby mamas or something.
So he recently insured his man parts for up to 10 million, I think.
What? Hold on.
That's why I was like,
why?
I don't know why. I was like, oh, I wanted to speak to you about that. Yeah, no, he insured his man parts in case anything happens, because they're so valuable to him, for 10 million.
His man parts?
Yeah, like.
What in the world?
Man parts.
But why? That is so... That's how valuable they are?
Yeah, I think to him. Yeah, for 10 million, bro. I was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Well, I knew you could insure different body parts. Like, for example, like, I know, like, there's certain, like, violinists and stuff who will insure their hands. Because, like, especially for people who pursue like being a violinist like professionally and it's their whole life and their career, if they get like injured where they can no longer use their hands and stuff to obviously they can't play, like they're insured.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so, I could see it, like porn stars like insuring that. I could see that.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. But Nick Cannon?
Yeah. I think it's because he has so many kids. I don't know if he's like, oh yeah, I'm like alpha male, like having...
No, that's just...
I could have so many kids. I don't know why.
That's just a weak pullout game. Like, that's what that's showing. Or that he doesn't like to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's so random. Like, he has like 500 kids and he's like insuring his manly parts.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I just found it odd. What do you guys think? Would you insure your woman parts?
No.
I just don't understand the point of it. I mean, I have life insurance.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know about like insurance certain body parts.
No, especially. I get it for like, oh, my bad.
Professionals for like that.
Yeah, like professionals or like a surgeon or something, But like, because that's their whole livelihood.
Yeah. But
I don't know. Or like, I don't know. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. Sorry.
His manly parts, that's fucking weird.
I just had to see what your opinion was.
Yeah, that's fucking... I think he's weird. He's weird.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So many kids, and he swears he's like the best. You can't be the best dad to like that many kids. There's just too many. And they're not even in the same household,
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So,
okay, my turn to ask you a question. This is totally pivoting because
I just wanted to mention it.
That is so random.
Random fact.
Okay, so there's this thing I saw online, and it says you have the right to choose a child-free lifestyle, but not expect a child-free environment. Children have the right to participate in society, including travel. As an adult, it is your responsibility to manage your discomfort.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts?
I could see that, though. I think I think just because I choose to be child free doesn't mean that I expect to go into different places and it be
child free.
Yeah, unless it says like only adults, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think it's definitely having like friends that are having kids and so many close ones having kids. I have actually become more like empathetic towards that, especially when it comes to like, you know, airplanes and babies crying, you know. There was a point where I was just like, oh my God, like why, you know? But now I feel like I see the other side where it's like they don't have control over that, you know, and it's I can't be like, yeah, I might be like, oh man, I'm really tired. I really wanted to sleep through this airplane ride. But I'm not going to be like, kids shouldn't be able to fly or anything like that. I think I kind of agree with it in a way. When it comes to like, you just can't expect society not to have children. And fortunately, like, you know, I have my home that could be a safe space for me. Like it's like where I don't have children, you know. And in my home I could choose there not to be any children. So like if I choose for parties in my home or my parties that I'm financing to not have children, that's my decision too.
Yeah, and I feel like just like you're respecting other people, you know, like just like you're managing your discomfort, right? You're managing your discomfort in the environment not being child free.
Yeah.
I think people should be able to respect that. Like that you're choosing your environment
to be child
free. You know, especially like even for like child free weddings and stuff, you know, like you're basically like if you don't want to go because your child can't go, well then you have the right to do that. But she's not going to change her whole fucking wedding party rules for the one person who wants to a huevo llevar sus fucking kids, you know?
No.
That came out so aggressively, but I didn't mean it. Okay.
So I guess it kind of goes by like it goes both ways. But I like I said, just because I choose to be child free doesn't mean that I expect everywhere I go to be child free. Like no.
Yeah. No.
I'm
100%.
okay with that. I'm okay with that. Will I get sometimes a little bit like overstimulated? Yes, because I don't have children I don't have that experience of always being like children, especially when they're smaller or like toddlers type thing. I like, of course, somebody who's child free might get a little bit more, how can I say this, impatient. But I'm a whole adult. I can remove myself from that situation.
Exactly.
Like if I'm at the store and there is a whole bunch of kids running around, like I'm not gonna tell you guys, like everybody with kids, get out of the store, you know. No, I'm gonna take myself out of the situation because it's obviously I'm running out of patience. It's a me problem. Let me handle this on my own. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's you can control so much. So
yeah.
What about you? What are your thoughts?
So I feel like I 100%, like I've chosen to be child free, you know, like up until this point of my life. Well, I still choose to be child free, you know, but if God has his plans, God has his plans. But I choose to be child free. And I think, you know, I think like how this thing that I saw online said, you know, like I am choosing to manage my discomfort, you know, with a child environment, like an environment with children. Like I think I just make certain decisions, right? Like and I think the reason why someone might have posted this too is because of like air travel, but also like I don't know if you've seen the videos of people being like, ugh, when people take their kids to Costco or like they take their whole family to Costco. And I get it, right? Because it's like kids are not little prisoners. Like they're not gonna just keep them at home 24/7 locked up. Like,
and
you know,
parents can't like always like control the kids' emotions, you know, like they have tantrums and it's part of being a kid. You can't control that. And you could see sometimes the parents also like losing their patience and like don't know what to do.
So, you know, like if I want to have fun and, you know, like part of my fun means not having children or running around and stuff, then I'll have to fucking find a way to go have fun in a child-free environment. Like I have gone to like you know, like obviously like I'll go, like if I wanted to have fun, like let's say I wanted to go out and stuff, then like we can go to like a bar. Obviously those are child-free environments, you know, like if I really wanted to, you know, or like let's say for example like Val and I who are, you know, trying to plan like a vacation, you know, I will look into like adult only resorts because, you know, like I don't want fucking kids crying next door, like children running around. And it's not that I hate children, because I don't. It's just that like, you know, there's just like a certain, you know, level of like different, I guess like how this thing said it, you know, like it's just a comfort thing. Because like I don't want, I'm not, you know, like I'm sorry, but I don't like loud crying, like don't loud crying, or I don't want to be tripping over kids because they're running around or something, you know. And you know, so I keep that in mind when, like, for example, I'm like booking a hotel. Like if I wanted to book it, like if I wanted to really truly relax, and for me it's not like loud crying or kids running around everywhere, then I'll look into like adult only resorts. Or like if I wanted to go out for like a dinner, then I could go to like somewhere that it's like a bar area where like there's not gonna be children. Or like for example, like if Val and I will intentionally not go to movie theaters because we don't like kids crying, and I'm not going to tell everybody not to freaking take their kids, like that's you know. So like for example, like the last time we went to the movies, we went during the week, during like school hours or whatever, and we had the whole theater to ourselves. It was amazing. I got to talk as much as I wanted to and criticize the movie as much as I wanted to. It's also like, you know, you just have to manage your own, like what it is that you like kind of experience you want to have. You have to manage that, you know, like find a way to get to what you want to do or whatever. But it was interesting because I was looking at some of the comments or whatever, and you know, there was like, obviously there was like, it was kind of like pretty split, like, you know, there's like it was kind of going both ways, you know, like there was people who agreed with it and other people who also were not agreeing with it, because there was other people who were saying like, okay, yeah, like I'll manage my discomfort in like an environment, but it is also your responsibility to take care of your children and be watching them, because like, yeah, children, you know, like they get into things and stuff like that, but don't just let them keep fucking up things. Like, have you seen those where the parents actively see their kids doing shit they're not supposed to, and then they think that just them telling them to stop is gonna do anything? For example, like I've been to like parties where like this little kid, he's like a family friend, and I think he was the reason why I chose like a child-free wedding, because it was a quinceañera for my cousin. And this little kid, there was like decorative rocks, and he was throwing them at the glass. There was like mirrors on like the wall, and he was throwing them at the mirrors. And then the parent thinks that just being like, Aiden, stop. Of course, his name had to be Aiden. I'm just kidding, guys. Like, Aiden, stop doing that. Aiden, stop. Thinking that that's all it's gonna take for the kid to stop. The kid is not gonna, you know, like the kid is gonna keep throwing rocks. You know, so like there was people making that argument of like, yeah, you know, like I'll manage my discomfort in, you know, environments with children, but it's also your responsibility as a parent to also like basically manage your kids. Like obviously to a certain point, like you also have to be a parent to your kid. Like if they're fucking running around and like causing mayhem, like maybe you need to get your kids and like try to control the situation, because like it could not only be like it's not just like an annoyance thing, it could also be like a safety thing, because like what if there's someone carrying a heavy load of something and your kids are just running around and they end up tripping this man, and then whatever he's carrying falls onto somebody and breaks their, you know, like it's a safety thing too. So like people were also making that argument, and I'm like, I could see that as well.
I could see that too. I could definitely see that. I think I come at it in a way of my explanation is like hoping that parents are parenting their kids.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. I think when you come with the like, yeah, you know, like I don't, you know, I'll figure it out type of mentality. Like, but it's also knowing like, or expecting that parents are going to parent their kid. But like there's also, it's not a perfect world. There's people who don't parent their kids, you know, and they just let them do whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly. And so like crazy bad, but no, I think I go into the expectation that I'm hoping that parents are going to parent their kids. And it's not saying like, for example, tantrums. Kids have tantrums, and that's completely fine, you know. Yeah, that's something unexpected. Like it just happens out of fucking nowhere. Like the kid doesn't get its way, and then start just blow out. Like I think that's different to like your kid is literally being fucking bad, destroying shit, and you're not doing anything about it.
Exactly.
Just because a kid could be a kid, like no.
No,
there's limits. I limite. Limite, you know?
Just like, for example, like, I don't mind putting, like, honestly, like, if I go on flight, I always take my headphones. Like, if I'm going on a flight, I'll take my headphones on, and that's me managing my discomfort, right? But if your kid is kicking my fucking seat the whole fucking plane ride, I'm sorry, but, like, you better fucking handle that.
Yeah, no, same.
Because come on now. Like, yeah, they're allowed to be kids if they want to, like, throw a tantrum, you know, like, they don't know how to express themselves, or they're throwing a tantrum, they're crying, they don't know how to regulate their emotions. Yeah. That's 100% understandable. But, like, if they're actively causing mayhem or, like, doing something that could be, like, dangerous or is causing, like, super, like a disturbance to someone else, like, kicking the seat.
Like, on purpose.
On purpose? Like, come on. Like... You also have to be able to, like, manage that.
So I guess it kind of goes both ways. I think, like, we could all live, like, well and, like, ¿cómo se dice? We could all live.
There's a word for it, but I know what you mean.
You know, like, it could be, like, puede estar todo bien, you know, as long as, like, you know, we all do our part. You know?
Yeah, we all do our part. I get it. What was another question that you had for me?
Damn, this is not about kids, though.
It's okay, because the other one has nothing to do with kids either.
Okay. Let me see. Okay.
Do you want me to ask my next question?
I'm trying to decide which question I want to ask.
Oh.
Do you want a deep question, or do you want, like, a question?
Give me the question.
Okay. So you're gonna have to really, like, dig deep, because I know you haven't had an ex in, like, a while, because you've been with that Val for a while. But if your exes were all stuck in one room together, okay, all your exes,
all my exes.
Let's put Val in there too. You know, like, your current. If they're all stuck together in a room, okay, what would they say about you?
That I have a big butt.
Let's keep it physical.
Am I wrong, babe? Am I wrong? He's actively ignoring me. What would they all say about me?
I think so. That girl.
Yeah, I feel like I have a big butt.
That's something they could all agree on.
Yeah, I think so. But what else would they say? Maybe that I'm loud. That my voice is just loud, like Carrie's. What else? I mean, I don't want to get dirty, but certain things. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. What is it like? What kind of say things about me? Like what?
No, it's
just in general. Like what would they say?
Yeah, just in general.
I don't know. I also feel like, obviously it's been so long now, but like I feel like maybe they saw a different version of myself.
It's not the same version.
Yeah, so I feel like they each had a different version of me.
I feel like if they all explain like what kind of version they were, like it would be totally different people.
Yeah.
That each one of them would be describing.
Yeah. I think so. They'd probably be like describing different people because I feel like I've changed so much, you know?
You've evolved.
Yeah. What about you?
It depends. I feel like some of them would be like, damn, she's the one that got away. But I feel like other ones would be like, damn, she's a fucking bitch. And you know what's one thing they could all say? When she's done, she's done.
Oh, yeah?
She moves on. There's no going back.
There you have it. And then she has big titties.
And I have big titties. And other inappropriate things, but I can't say that.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Let me give you one that I have. Okay. Hey, this one kind of leads into dating too. It says, hey, this is a good one for your perspective, actually. I really want to hear this perspective from you. It's a quote. It says, you're not healed. You're just isolated with no one to trigger you.
Well, fuck you too.
What are your thoughts?
I could see that. Yeah, definitely. I don't know about me. You know me. I'm healed. I'm a healed queen over here. No, I could definitely see that. I feel like there's some things that I've healed, and there's other things that I haven't, because I haven't been put in those situations for so long that I just don't. I haven't put priority in them, because I also don't remember, and I won't remember until I'm put in those situations,
and then you're like, huh?
Yeah, because there are some certain things, like for example, with one of my exes, like. I thought I was completely healed, and then something happened that I was just like, I was being fucking toxic, and I was like, wait, why am I being toxic? Why am I being toxic like that? I thought I healed. And no, it's just because he was triggering me. And I found out that I wasn't healed. So I could definitely see that.
Yeah. I think there's some people too who, to them, they like read one self-help book and then they're like, I'm healed.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, or like people are like, oh, I'm aware of my toxic or my red flags, you know? I'm good now.
And then do nothing about it.
Exactly. Like, but that's just the first step, you know? Like you got a whole other process to go get to the root of everything.
Yeah, that is very true. They're like, you know, there's some people too can know, like, they're like, oh, I'm aware of my toxic traits, and they just give flying fucks about doing anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, like that, a man like that never crossed my path.
So they're just gonna like, oh, I'm aware of my red flags, and then just get into a relationship with someone who doesn't trigger them, like, and they think that that's a good relationship.
Exactly.
But it's like you actually did nothing to like actually fix those
red flags.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So I could definitely see that. I
thought that one was interesting. I'm like,
definitely agree with that quote, you know?
Yeah. To a certain people.
A certain extent, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like I said, I feel like there's probably things right now that I feel like I've healed a lot. But I feel like healing is always like a work in progress. So I feel like there's certain situations that I'm gonna get to that I'm like, oh shit, like I haven't been here in a long time.
Yeah. Actually, en ese mismo sentido, let me ask you the next question, because I feel like it's kind of, you know, it kind of goes along with that. The next question, or it's a quote. And it says, sometimes we don't want to heal because the pain is the last link to what we have lost.
I could see
What do you think?
Yeah.
So I was actually having
Tell me your perspective.
So I was actually having this conversation with I don't know who the hell I was having this conversation with.
Who?
I don't remember. But because I was having I had, like, you know, when people say like, oh, I had a dream about my ex, and then they'll be like, oh, they must be thinking about me or whatever. Yeah. And then it's like, I was actually looking into it, and no, your subconscious doesn't go that deep. You're not. It ain't that deep.
It ain't that boom.
You're not a witch. You're not.
They're not thinking about you.
They're not thinking about you. Supposedly, when you're thinking about an ex or like something that, you know, was like hurtful or whatever, it can actually mean that you miss the person you were when you were in that relationship, or you miss a part of yourself when you were going through this part of your life. And I can see like how some people like there's certain things that people don't want to talk about because like that strong emotion they have to whatever memory it is that's causing them, you know, a whole bunch of things, you know, like emotions or whatever. It's like maybe some people don't want to technically, I guess some people might not want to heal it because like that's the only connection they have to that part of their life. And I feel like sometimes people just have a hard time closing a door, you know, to certain areas of their life.
Definitely. I feel like, people have a hard time to letting go. Letting go, even though like letting go will be the best decision of your life. So it's hard though. Like sometimes it's just hard. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Holding on to like trauma, like, or not like unhealed trauma or like certain toxic tendencies just because, you know, like that's the last thing you have with them. Because after that, you're done. So, personally, me, myself, and I don't want no fucking ties with any of my fucking exes. Unfortunately, you know, it's healing is a process, you know? So I can't say like, oh, you know, like, oh, I've cut completely everything. No, but I'm working on it. So, but I could see how somebody could be like, you know what? This is the only connection I have to them. I can't let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Sorry
about that, guys. Okay. What's the most petty deal breaker that will instantly turn you off from a potential love interest? And I know, like, you've obviously been with Belle for a long time, but like, this was just a petty deal breaker for you.
A petty deal breaker. Petty deal breaker. The first one that came to mind is unkept hands.
Oh, yes. Oh, I have such a strong feeling about that, girl. Oh,
Unkept hands, because if you have long fingernails y ahí tienes mugre abajo de tus uñas, or like you just don't wash your hands, or I don't know, like you just always have dirty hands. Like, and I get it, like some dudes be like working on their cars and shit, but like there's a fucking sink like almost everywhere you go. Like,
you could scrub,
yes.
And I get it, you know, like a lot of men like have jobs like blue collared workers, you know, they use their hands a lot. Obviously they get dirty and stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of men that also keep up with, like, you know, just washing their fucking hands and scrubbing, you know? Like, that's the worst, bro. When a man with, sorry, guys. When a man with long nails wants to, like, let's say, get it on, that's, like, my biggest, yes.
It's an ick.
You can't get close to me, because, believe me, like, I've tried to look past it, you know, like, not dirty, but, like, longer nails, you know? And it don't work out. It just doesn't work out, because then I end up getting hurt. Let's just put it that way, bro. It doesn't work out. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, for me, it's just a thing. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, unkept hands is fucking gross.
And if you're like to have dirty hands and you want to like also get in, like get it in and stuff like that, bro, you're touching like, you know how easily it is to get an infection down there? Like, that shit.
Obviously, they don't. And they probably don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But go wash your hands.
Well, he doesn't give a fuck about you. He's not going to wash his hands.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah. We're too old to be having unbalanced pH levels.
Yeah, like, no. Not today.
Yeah, so that's one of my things.
That's a good pity deal breaker.
That's one thing that came to mind right away, is because I, like, obviously before Val, even when I was in high school, this is a thing since, like, I was young, okay? But, like, even before, like, all the dirty stuff came, you know, like, all the dirty stuff. But I don't know why, it just always gave me the ick. Like, I don't know, something about unkept hands gave me the ick right away. Like, men who have, like, grown out fingernails, and they just look dirty and mugrosas, and, like...
Tienen, like, mugre right under, and luego se les ve.
No, that was just so gross to me. Yeah. Like, fucking... and you know what? Me too, for the longest time, I couldn't have nails, you know? Yeah. Like, I always had to trim my nails, and I feel like if I fucking trim my nails, like, as a girl, like, you can trim your fucking nails as a man, too. Like, I don't know. And that's not to say, you know, like, I think for my preference, you know, like... I wanted like a man, like I wanted, you know, I was a heterosexual girl that wanted a guy who kept his fucking like nails short. Yeah. Like, that was my preference, but that was, you know, and like now as an adult, and like now, you know, obviously, like if Val fucking had long ass fucking fingernails and they were dirty, I'd be like, you're not touching anything.
Cut them fucking nails.
Go wash your hands.
Question for you. What, as you being my best friend for so long, what do you think one of my petty deal breakers is?
But you have so many.
Fuck you.
I feel like your ass would be like, oh, he drank out of his straw weird. Like, next.
But it's just like, if you're like, girl.
You're like, I can't go drinking with this man. He's gonna be... What would be your petty deal breaker?
Yeah. I can't think of any, actually. Myself.
If he was... Oh, you're... Girl, come on. If he's too into himself. You're like, I'm already like... You're like,
that's 100%, yes.
You're like, I already look at myself in the mirror too much. You're like, yes. I can't have someone who does the same thing.
We can't be both the same.
We can't both be fighting over the mirror.
No, fuck no. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, if you... Don't get me wrong, you know, you love a guy with great confidence and great self-esteem. But like, if he's, like, hella, like, taking hella pictures, so into himself, like... He's just not my thing.
Like, he's just posing too much for the camera.
Like, he has more pictures of himself on Instagram than I do. Like,
I think that's one of, like, that's a big petty, like, deal breaker for you.
It is. It is. It is. Like, I don't want you, like, of course, you know, have self-esteem, have confidence and stuff like that, but I want you to be obsessed with me. With me.
Not with yourself.
With me. So, obviously, if you're obsessed with yourself, there's no room for me.
Yeah.
And then, eso de to fight for the mirror? Fuck no.
He could imagine.
Because, guys, I have this thing where I always, like, every mirror that I pass by, like, I just look at myself without even, like, thinking about it. So imagine just having a partner that just, like, also does that same thing. Like,
I mean, I don't see a problem. I mean, but I'm not like you, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. I just want you obsessed with me. No. Let it be my toxic trait. I'm not working on it.
You said I'm not changing that one.
No. But yeah, that's a good one, girl. Okay, I didn't think of that one.
What would you say for yourself, though?
Well, you stole the one that I was gonna say, bro.
Oh, the hands. The hands?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, the hands. It's a big one for me. Unkept hands.
Yeah. The looking at being obsessed with themselves. That's definitely too into themselves. That's one thing. A petty one, like I just noticed little things, like, for example, I don't think this is very petty, but it's just like more so what you want, you know, like, especially in the first date, if you're not like opening doors, if you're not being a gentleman, if you're like, that's like, unfortunately, like, it changes my view on you, even if I wouldn't want it to, you know, because that's the person that I want. So.
That makes sense. Okay, what about you for me though? Like, what's a petty deal breaker for me? Like, petty? You knowing me.
You know what? A man that can't figure it out.
Oh my God. You just hit the nail on the head.
Like, if he can't fucking, like, not saying, like, you know, ask for help and stuff like that, but, like, he's like, ¿cómo te digo? Pobrecito más. Like, pobrecito mindset, can't figure it out. He, like, drowns in a cup of water.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, I feel like that would, like, very much trigger the fuck out of you.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not dealing with that. So. Oh, no, girl. That was a good one. If they can't get it, no. I can hardly be friends with people like that, though. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But you have been friends with people like
that. Yes, but it's so... And even, like... I feel like... I'm also trying to be like, okay, what does that say about me? You know? Like, I'm also... I try to be, you know, mindful. You know? Try to be mindful of, like, okay, Angel, why does that trigger you?
Yeah.
I know why it triggers me. But also, like, you're a grown fucking adult. Figure it the fuck out. I just cussed a lot, but figure it the fuck out. You're a grown adult.
Yeah.
Stop fucking crying.
After we just fucking cried?
Tie up your bootstraps and figure it out. Okay. You're allowed to feel your feelings. You're allowed to be hurt. You're allowed to feel and, you know, react the way you want to. And I'll give you the space to do that. But then figure it out.
Yeah.
You're a grown fucking adult. Not everybody's going to be handing you everything.
No.
And if we're in a relationship, well, I'm very much married right now, but, you know, hypothetically speaking, if we're in a relationship, like, I don't want to have to be figuring it out for you. I'm not your mom.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got a good one right there. I feel like it'd be the same for you, though.
Yeah, I'm same. I can't. Or like an unambitious.
Oh my God, an unambitious man. Ni podemos hablar.
Yeah.
Unambitious.
And you know what? And you can't say, guys, like, I've tried it though. I've tried it. Like, I've said, like, you know what? Maybe it's something like I could look past. You know? And it's definitely not something I can look past. Tried it a couple times. You know.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work out.
No. So. It's crazy.
Dios mío.
Okay, let's jump into some chisme. Let's see what our friends have to say. Tell them how they can submit their chisme.
So, right now, you watching, you hearing. Okay, let's talk about you watching. Go down in the the description bar, the description section. There's gonna be a link right there, so you can leave your achievement anonymously. Now, if you're listening to us, make sure to head to our Instagram at La Lucha is Real Podcast. The link is in our bio.
You can always go onto YouTube too.
Yeah, you say hi. Leave a comment while you're at it.
I love when people leave comments.
I know.
Especially when people tell us like their point of view or like their thoughts on it.
I really like that.
I know. I like to hear what people think. Okay. This is a long one. So our friend had a lot to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
We love the details.
So here we go. Okay, so this happened a while back, and I no longer have any contact with this person, but also tell me if I'm delusional or not. We will. So in high school, I became friends with 2 girls, but I hung out with one more than the other because the other girl was in AP and had her AP friends. So she'd be with them like 95% of the time. So this girl wasn't my best friend, but we were close. We kind of did everything together. We changed classes to be together. But I noticed some things like as if maybe she was copying me or secretly hated me. I don't know. LOL. Tell me if I'm wrong. So in a class we had together, there was another girl she knew, and let's say whatever we'd have to do group projects, she would never include me, so I'd get left out, which low-key would hurt in the moment because, mind you, her and I kind of did everything together. But I'd still be like, okay, whatever, that's fine. Then on some occasions, I'd tell her about a boy I liked or was talking to, and then whatever would happen, I'd stop talking to the guy or something, but then a week or 2 later, she'd be following the guy and or talking to him after the fact I stopped. But I would still be like, okay, the guy and I were never an official thing, but then I'd be multiple guys and I'd be like, what the fuck?
There's a friend of me.
She also would never tell me who she was talking to or liked, and I never would talk to the guys she liked or dated, and even when they would try to hit on me, I would tell her because ew, leftovers. Then COVID happened, and her and I would text here and there, and I started peeping some weird shit. So one day I posted a mirror picture. My shirt had flowers and was off the shoulder, and what did she do the next day? Posted a mirror picture with flowers on it and off the shoulder. I posted a picture on my necklace a white halter top. What did she do? Posted a picture of a necklace with a white shirt the next day. My nickname is my name shortened, and it starts with an N, so I have it in my @ What did she do? Change her @ with her nickname that apparently starts with an N as well, but her name starts with an A. So I don't know. I still found it weird though, because of all of a sudden people call her that. Even though I've been around her family and nobody called her that. Even people I knew thought it was weird how she would dress exactly like I did. People thought we were related because of how similar we looked, but she would always get offended. And I would be like, okay, weird reaction. She also would make digs at me saying I had a flat ass. Okay, that's fucked up. Like,
I think the girl's obsessed with her.
Okay, hold on. Let's keep going. And that's why guys liked her. But then I would tell her, at least guys like me for my personality and my pretty face, which is mean, but like, I'm not going to let myself get bullied. She'd also lie to her parents about me. And I think her parents didn't like me. Like, her mom accused us of smoking cigs when we were literally at a football game. I don't talk to the girl anymore, but what do you guys think the situation was? I will say after we stopped being friends, I got with the guy she had always thought was cute, but also I had known this guy before, and I think she even knew about him. Whenever she talked about him, she'd use a code name, and she would always point him out, but I still could never figure out who it was because it was always in the crowd, and she'd point him out until way later she showed me who.
Obsessed. I think this girl was obsessed with her. I think she wanted to be her.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is. At first, I thought it was like a frenemies thing, like a low-key hater type thing. But no, it's giving obsession. It's I want to be you.
It's giving Hailey Bieber. Well, have you seen the fucking conspiracy like videos and stuff of like how she was like anytime Selena Gomez would post something or whatever, then all of a sudden she was posting the same thing, or like Selena Gomez did the freaking like cooking show and then she's doing a cooking show. Oh my!
It is giving like
it's giving Hailey Bieber.
Yeah, it's giving I want to be you. Like I'll make you feel bad, but just to like lower your self-esteem, but I want to be you. So that way I could be the better version of you.
Oh.
Ew.
Good thing you're not friends with her no more. That's fucking weird. No, that's weird. Yeah.
That is very weird.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's giving Hailey
So no,
Bieber.
you weren't Delulu. I think you knew something was off.
Yeah. I also like trust your gut instincts, you know? Like they're telling you something for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. It was weird. I don't think you're Delulu. Okay. No. Read the next one.
Ahí les va. ¿Este? De aquí, ¿verdad? Mm-hmm. Okay. I miss my sneaky link. Damn. So I moved to a different state, so we kind of still kept in contact. But then I took him off of all social media. He was kind of perfect. He was really sweet whenever and complimented me even after doing the deed. Which bar is low as hell. It is in hell, actually. But it's the little things. He'd call me his girlfriend, all the sweet stuff. So I recently added him on Instagram. And I'm going to visit my hometown during the summer. And, like, I don't know what to do.
What do you think, Edith?
I mean, if you're going to keep it casual, well, then why not? If he's single, too. Fuck it. Like, have fun. But if you're sensing like some kind of feelings and stuff like that, I think, you know, stay away. Because it's ¿cómo te digo? It's hard, not hard, but if you guys aren't in the same mindset, you get me? Like, for example, if you have feelings and he's still trying to keep the sneaky link relationship, like, somebody's gonna get hurt. But if you're trying to, like, you know, have fun and he's also trying to have fun, then why not? You're adults. Go for it. Just be safe. But yeah, you know, hey, those sneaky links get you sometimes. they get you. But like I said, as long as you're safe and you guys are both on the same page.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
Yeah, if you guys are both single, you want to have fun.
Yeah, and the bar is low. Like the fact that he compliments you, like. Then again, he's just a sneaky link.
Yeah.
Now, if you want him to be anything else, that's different. You might have to not go with this one.
You think so?
Stay away. I think it's hard if you guys are both on the, it's because when you have a sneaky link, it's really hard for both of you to be on the same page. Someone catches feelings, but the other person is like, no, I want it to be just sex. And that's the thing, like, it's really hard for you both to be like, oh, I see a relationship with you, because that's how it started, as just fun and sex.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I don't know, and I've had the experience when, like, I've in my experience, like, the men that, you know, want something with you will plain out, like, be upfront with it. You get me? Like, more like, I don't want to just fuck around. Like, I want to actually take you on dates, and, you know.
Yeah, they'll be more forward about it.
Yeah, they'll be more forward about it. So I feel like when it starts like that, it's kind of hard to kind of make it a relationship, unless you both are on the same page and just fall madly in love with each other. But that's not the situation in most sneaky links and things. So yeah.
I say trust Edith.
If you're having fun, go for it. If you're catching feelings, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
All right, well, ahí los vamos a dejar. Don't forget to give us your chisme.
If you made it this far, what do you think they should comment?
What should they comment?
What should they comment?
Damn it, what
did we talk about?
We talked about a lot of random shit.
Yeah.
What was the last thing? The sneaky link?
Yeah.
The girl obsessed?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
I don't know.
Girl.
What the heck did we talk about? Girl, I don't know.
How about just comment like your favorite emoji at this point, guys, because I have no idea.
Yeah, comment whatever emoji you want.
Just let them know you made it this far.
Yeah. All right, so ahí los vamos a dejar.
Make sure.
Wait.
What?
When does this episode come out? Because
wait.
I think it comes out. Does it come out during Mother's Day? Oh my God, it comes out after Mother's Day.
After Mother's Day. What's good? Well, I hope you had a great Mother's Day.
Yes,
You celebrated your
we should
mom.
have probably planned this a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. We're so bad.
Yeah. But I hope you guys had a great day with your mom and you celebrated her. If
Hey, after I just fucking remember the whole conversation about kids child-free. You know, damn, we're so bad.
Who gave us a mic?
Yeah, who the fuck gave us a mic? So I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mamas and all the people who play the mama role. Mm-hmm. Happy Mother's Day to you. You deserve all the love and everything.
My heart goes out to the people who, you know, may not have their mom present. Mm-hmm. May have already their mom in... What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
It's just their mom is not present either. Like, you know, they don't have them in their life anymore.
It just might be a difficult time for some people,
especially. Yeah. So, what else?
I don't know, but happy Mother's Day. We hope you guys had a good day if you celebrated, and if not, then, you know, like, I still hope you had a good day.
Yep.
Pero ahí los vamos a dejar, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, if you're listening to Apple Podcasts and Spotify, make sure to leave a 5-star review. Anything less,
you're gonna hit the DMs.
You already know.
Don't forget to leave the 5 stars, though. It means so much and it helps us out a lot.
Yes, it does. So, other than that, guys, then that's it.
Yeah. Have a great Monday and a great rest of your week. Que Dios los bendiga.
Besitos.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.